back up to that area there. I thought we'd go on a little bit of a trip up on the machine. So the machine has all of its controls there. This is for the steering and drive control on the right hand side, and right now we wouldn't be able to do that because the machine is totally off center, or off the drive function. So as you can see, it's blinking, so you have to push this over and to operate the driving. Here's the start. You want to pull that better? Make sure you're all tied off. We've got our basket already lined up, so we've got to go up to the top there. Slow right now as well. You can see the condition of the blocks there. This is a 65-foot machine, so straight mast as well. Got some fishermen out in the water too, right, Betta? Catch fish. And you can see the condition of that wall. We've done some repointing and relayed the block there, and we're just going up to relay the top courses and do some work in the balcony. Thank you, Feta. We've been toothing out the blocks, so our first repair, our first portion of the work that we did was we were taking out to the 3/4 mark of these blocks to leave it stable until we're ready to lay that block in. When we lay that, just before laying that block in, we end up going and routing out the back section that we've left just to stabilize so we can go and install because this balcony wall does not have anything above it to stabilize it directly. It concerns me a little bit more. As you can see, there's also those cracked mortar joints that we're going to end up having to repoint as well, because water is getting in there. So I don't want to be going out too far. You can see the condition of the mortar joint right there. That's cracked. I've routed out that lower one there already, so we'll be repointing that, and you can see the lower section of the wall that we had repointed yesterday. We routed out those mortar joints and repointed it. You can see how the water has been sitting behind the block and coming through the block, so this whole area up here had been pretty severely damaged with a lot of spider webbing. But front, back, side to side, and you can see that same scenario over down the wall there a little bit. We've cleaned out our caulking joint and parging for the parging on the wall, the stucco parging, and also loosened up anything that was holding moisture, so that at least it can breathe over the winter and it's not going to be getting more damaged afterwards. We're going to be installing some mortar at the very base and fixing up that wire that's down by the air conditioning area, and we'll wait for a couple of days so it can dry, and also going to be adding an Amaco on top of the surface. We're going to have to do a smear coat, and then we'll be building up on that because the balcony is sloping down towards the wall, which was probably causing a lot of damage to this wall here on the outside. Because water would try to get in there, and you can see all that cracking that's happening down at the floor area there. On the other walls we've seen blocks had fallen out on the far end wall, the far end two walls, and you can see the condition of the block up there as well. So we're more than likely going to be replacing those blocks as well. And you can see that black joint towards the window, probably about 8 courses down. Those are all eroded. Water's gone in there and trying to get out of the block, so there's some serious cracks on and through the mortar joint, so we're routing them out and repointing as we had done in the lower section. As you can see there, that was just temporary fix. That's all going to have to be torn down. The block behind the front block that was stack bond there, that was blocks that they had replaced. The crack allowed water to get in there, causing the blocks to swell even more than before. So yeah, something to keep in mind. And now we're just relaying our Imperial blocks and with our regular block, or with our existing block. So